Hello, welcome to this lesson, which will be lesson 6, exercise 1 of Mastering Java. Here, we're going to do a calculation with the variables that we're using in our objects. And so here we're going to be continuing to work with the grocery store class that we created in a previous exercise. So first, copy and paste the code from a previous example that defines the class, creating the objects for the grocery store, and storing the value into each variable. So we've done all this in a previous lesson. I want you to take that, put it into this exercise, because what we're going to do now is we're going to calculate the gross revenue of the Houston store, the Seattle store, and the Orlando store separately. So I want you to calculate all of those things there. Now, of course, we know that we're selling apples and oranges in each one of these stores, and we know how many apples were sold per year, and we know how many oranges were sold per year, and we know the price of them. So you should be able to calculate how much money the store made, and how much money this store made, and how much money this store made. So let's go and do that. So just from before, we are creating the objects here. This is what we already have from before. We're just creating an object of class grocery store. This is the name. This is actually creating the object and putting it in there. Of course, our class definition is down here from before. None of that stuff has changed. And then all of this stuff here is what we again have done before. We put all of the sales totals and the prices of everything into the variables for the objects. We've already done that before as well. Now here I've declared some other variables. I'm calling one revenue Houston. That'll be how much money Houston store made that year. Revenue Seattle, revenue Orlando. So these are just variables that are created inside the main method. They don't have anything to do with the class that we have defined. The class has stayed the same. The class is just characteristics of the store. So these are variables that we're going to use to hold the calculations. So then we go down below here, and then of course I have a comment. Revenue is the sum of what the store makes on apple sales and what they have made on orange sales. So how do we find how much money the store's made on apples? Well, we multiply how many apples were sold per year times the retail price of an apple. And then separately we multiply how many oranges were sold per year times how much we charge for an orange. So here is basically the revenue that we get from apple sales for the Houston store. Here is the revenue due to orange sales from the Houston store, and I have them split on two different lines because there's no semicolon here. I put a plus, so I'm adding these guys together. So we're not just indiscriminately adding things together. We're adding variables that all belong to the Houston store. Notice Houston store is everywhere here. Apples times apple price, oranges times orange price, and there you go. So what we're going to do then is terminate that with a semicolon. We'll do exactly the same thing for Seattle. Revenue Seattle is going to be whatever the Seattle store had in terms of apple sales times whatever it charges for the price of an apple. Because if you go up to our definitions of what we've done before, they're not charging the same prices for apples. These are the apple prices. They're all different. So we need to make sure and carry over what Seattle is charging for an apple times how many they've sold. How much is Seattle charging for an orange times how many oranges they're selling. We do exactly the same thing for Orlando. The only thing different here is the object name in front of the variables. So now we calculated the answers. Revenue Houston, revenue Seattle, revenue Orlando, and then we just print it out. The revenue of the Houston store is, I put a $, revenue Houston. The revenue of the Seattle store is revenue Seattle, and the same thing for Orlando. So let me go ahead and hit save and run this guy, and it'll just tell us the revenue of the Houston store is $901.89 from apple and orange sales for that year. Seattle is $14.24.12, and Orlando is the dog at the end here. Now, what was going on with Seattle? Why was it so profitable? Well, if you go up before, Seattle sold more apples than anybody, right? And they sold more oranges than anybody. They didn't have the highest price per apple. This guy actually sold the highest price per apple. They did have the highest priced orange, and in addition, they just sold more stuff, so that's why their profit is higher. So the point of this is a very simple example. The point of it is to basically show you that you can define a class that's going to be a template for different things you're going to instantiate or create. So we're going to create the 3 different objects corresponding to our store, and we're going to store the information. This block here is just storing all of the information for every object that we have created. And then once you've done that, you can access these variables, multiply, divide, add them, and so on. We're just storing the result in a variable that we have not created in any class. We're just creating a variable up here to hold the answer. The bottom line is you can use these object variables in calculations and in print statements. But notice what we're doing is we're inching our way forward in the utility of what objects are for. So you see now how everything's nice and organized. We have a class, we create an object, we put this stuff in there, and then it's very easy to read what I'm doing because I can see that all of these variables belong to the Houston store, and I can see all of these variables belong to the Seattle store, and so on. So I'm performing a function. I'm doing something with the data that I have then stored in my object, and that's kind of part of the reason why objects are useful. So I hope you understand this example. Your code is going to definitely look different than mine. It's no doubt will, but as long as you're doing the same general idea, then I think you're understanding what we're doing here in Java.